Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Steel Donut. My name is Bob. With me is Blake.
Hey.
Jelle.
Good day.
And Connor.
Hello there.
And today we're looking at a wikiHow article that got removed from wikiHow. Thank fuck. And we had to find it on the web archive.
Yeah,
so we'll have a link to that in the description instead of the original article.
Yeah, so thanks Peabody and Sherman. Did good.
Yeah. But
heroes amongst men.
This is a very helpful how to give a birthday spanking, which is apparently a thing people do.
Apparently,
It
right.
is.
I've never heard of this. This is news to me.
Yeah, I'm the only one. I've heard of this, and it's like a really stupid, like weird thing that people do around here.
Well, now we're gonna know how to do it, as opposed to just running up to the birthday boy and smacking their ass.
yeah.
That's probably, the wrong etiquette to go about this. So
Trip
let's
them
learn
and then
let's
just
learn the
punch
proper
shit
etiquette.
out of their ass.
I step up to hit the piñata, and then I spin around and hit them instead.
Yeah, exactly. In the face. Wait,
Oh no, it's a spanking. You don't spank in the face.
A birthday
no,
smacking.
the first one goes to the face to knock them to the ground, so that you can start.
Oh,
Smashing them
so
in
you
the
have better
backside.
access. Well, I mean, we'll
basically
see.
trying
We'll
to
see
decide
if that
our
is.
access.
We'll see if that is proper procedure. We
Better
have
access.
the
Right,
guy.
That's what I do. That's what
Okay.
I do.
Have you ever wondered what will attract people to your B-Day party? A birthday spanking.
No.
Follow
No,
this
it
guy
won't.
to
What's the opposite of attract? Because I think we need to put that word in
Repel.
there.
Scare people away.
Repel.
detract.
What will
Yeah,
repel
repel.
people from your birthday party? A birthday spanking.
I think the word you're looking for is extract.
Oh,
Attract, extract.
I will extract.
pretty sure
these
that's not
people
the
from
opposite.
it.
People will
No.
start getting extracted from your birthday party if you start doing a birthday spanking.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
follow this guy to improving your party. Guaranteed to improve any party, I guess.
yeah.
So, step 1, decide on where the birthday spanking will take place. Will it be in the privacy of your bedroom with just the two of you? Which sounds very sensual.
That's extremely sexual.
Yeah, in your living room during a small family gathering. Will it be
That's
one of the
even
prime,
weirder.
Or will it be one of the prime features of a large birthday party?
The
Okay, wait.
prime
So the three
features.
options are I'm spanking someone. I'm assuming I'm doing the spanking. I'm spanking someone in what seems like a very sexual, way. What if I'm not that close to that person? In the living room with the family, I don't ever want to be spanking anyone in the presence of just bystanders.
Yeah.
So that also cancels out number 3, which is even worse.
Yeah, just imagine that. There's like
One of
100
the
people
prime
here.
features, amongst other things, such as cake and music, we have
It's just-
spanking.
Or you know what, maybe the idea behind the large birthday party is it becomes more communal. Like they just bend over a chair and then everyone in the party comes up and just gives them a few whacks.
I can't believe they gave us a trichotomy where the smallest, the first option is also the best option, and that option is engage in foreplay with someone you're barely acquainted with.
Well, I mean, you might know them really, really well.
I guess that's true.
Yeah,
that still doesn't. I wouldn't spank Connor.
I'm gonna try. I'd spank you, dude. Your birthday rolls around, I'll fly back over and I'll spank you so hard.
just hop a plane.
I'll spank the shit out of you, dude.
Hey, I need-
Just in case people weren't sure yet on how close Connor and Bob are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I need express tickets. It's why? I have a friend.
We're
to
not really
spank.
that close, but I take birthday spanking really seriously, despite the fact I was questioning its even existence about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, Connor, Connor, he hops a plane. Just
I've bought into this whole hog. This is a great idea now.
Step 1 is all he needed.
Yeah,
just
all
hops a
he
plane.
needed to convince him. Now he just needs the rest of the steps to figure out what the hell to do.
Yeah, and
Right,
in his suitcase, he only packs one thing, and it's a golden spoon. And he flies wherever he's needed.
But do we know whether the golden spoon is the correct procedure? We
I don't know.
keep reading and find
Number
out.
2, decide on the amount of exposure her backside should have. Why is it?
Why she?
Oh no!
Oh,
No
yeah, because it's
idea.
gay to spank another dude.
Yeah, wait, so this is an article possibly being written for men and women, we'll say? But the only people who might want a birthday spanking are women.
Apparently.
It's written for both genders, but it's written about women only.
Ah.
That's weird.
Yeah, so decide on the amount of exposure. Will her bottom be spanked fully covered over her panties or on her bare bottom?
Right. For a second I thought you were messing that up. No, you're not. They messed it up.
They messed
This is
it up
the most
very hard.
recent update.
Yeah, they never
Before it
caught
got
this.
deleted.
Yeah, I think
They deleted the story.
They never
tutorial
caught
before
this over a period of like 3 years.
Yeah.
So
Bare bottom spankings are administered with a bare hand. Panty spankings are delivered with a wooden spoon, and clothes spankings require the use of a paddle or hard surface.
Wait, a hard surface so
am I going to pick her up and
countertop?
slam her against the wall?
Yeah, you're gonna pull out a fold-up chair and you're just gonna spank her.
Oh my god.
Oh my god,
it's a
she's
hard
broken in
sur-
half.
By God, I think she's been broken in half.
When I think hard surface, I think of like a countertop or something. Like you're just gonna pick her up and whack. Like it's a reverse spank. You're gonna whack her butt on
instead of
things.
swinging something against her, you swing her against
something.
Yeah, just smacking her butt into everything. I mean, what a weird thing to do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know why this is happening. Still,
Let's move on to number 3. Connor, maybe?
Yeah.
Alright, decide on the position she will assume for her spanking. Will it be under your arm, over your knee, with her standing braced against a wall, or with her bent over a piece of furniture?
I get over
So many
your knee.
options.
I get
So
over
many
your knee. I get braced against a wall. I get bent over a piece of furniture. What does under your arm mean?
It's like that thing where you like, it's almost like a chokehold, but you're gonna like wrap your arm around her stomach, where she's looking backwards and she's like sort of running.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was
then-
imagining like if you were gonna give her a noogie, but with her butt.
Kind
Yeah,
of,
that ass
actually.
and noogie.
Very similar position.
Just like her butt.
Just
right
rotate
here.
it. Just rotate the person, and you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess it's good that you're deciding on these things instead of just going at it willy-nilly like I was going to do, which is just bum rush them and start hitting them with something.
Yeah, step
Her,
3.5.
not them. It is
Yes.
only you. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Let's say step
Gender
3.5.
neutrality can fuck off.
Then again, it's probably going to default to like, well, it's my birthday spanking, so I guess you make the call.
What,
Well, you know,
no,
it's-
I would think it's my birthday spanking, so I get to make the call. That's
My
the point of
call is that
consent.
you
If
get
it's,
to make
would
the
you
call.
even want a birthday spanking?
No. That's
Well,
my
you can't make
point.
the call.
If it's my birthday spanking, so you get to make the call, then I can't say no.
Well, or else, how else will he spank you? You're not really thinking this through, Bob.
But if you say no, we won't be able to spank you.
You're not being very cooperative here.
I know.
Come on, Bob.
That's
you
the
can't
point!
Just you can't just back away from a birthday spanking, man.
I can and I
best.
will.
No.
You party pooper. You're ruining your own birthday party.
You're
Dude.
ruining
Yeah,
it.
The
everybody's just
entire
gonna.
family came out to watch you get spanked, and,
And
you're
now they're just gonna want to
down.
leave.
Get out
'cause
of
they're
my
like,
home.
Wow.
Like you just grab his arm and you start like whacking him with his butt with it. And you're like, stop spanking yourself. Stop spanking yourself. Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh. Yella.
By the way, just so
how's
it's
number
clear,
4 look?
those number 3 had all those positions that you could be. Those are just again, 9 minutes in, and now I'm an expert on spanking. Those are just the basic positions. There are lots of other positions that you could.
Those should
do.
not be
Spread
attempted by
legs, but
amateurs. You
standing
need to
with
be on an advanced level of spanking before you
Right.
even attempt those things. Otherwise, it might get dangerous.
Yeah, there's,
one
And
example
people
of that,
might
the
actually
jumping
lose
jack
the ability
position.
to sit.
No, see, the jumping jack position is another possibility where they stand with their arms and legs spread wide, and then sometimes they're actually doing jumping jacks when you do it. You could have them doing flips and you're spanking. It's all very complicated.
Yeah, see, I was even gonna say earlier, like step 3.5 advanced positions. There's the ostrich position.
Yes,
Where they bury their head
she
in the
bends
ground.
over and sticks her head in the ground,
and just buries her head, and then
like
you
literally
can spank.
buries it.
Very
This-
advanced.
Yeah, that one is best performed if you have a beach birthday party.
Right, and it's also best performed with an oxygen tank nearby,
Yeah, preferably.
That's optional.
preferably.
Either that, or
optional.
she better have a really great lung capacity.
Yeah, safety.
Oh, I
first.
mean, I guess you'll just have to give the spanks real fast so she doesn't have to hold her breath too long.
Yeah, just get out, get her out.
Get her out before she chokes.
Oh my gosh.
Well, number 4.
All right.
Be sure to give her a few warm-up spanks, i.e. a few preliminary light pats on the buttocks.
Yeah,
This
nice.
helps to get the blood flowing to her bottom to prevent bruising.
Bruising? How hard am I
hard
going?
are you hitting this person?
Like,
You're going
the
all the way.
fuck?
look,
You
I've
know,
seen.
it comes around once a year. It's
like-
her birthday spanking.
Like I said, birthday spankings are a thing I see people do around here. It's like, but it's like a joke thing, and you're like barely even touching the other person.
It's just
You
a
don't-
light, like I guess people are just doing it wrong and only giving warm-up spanks.
Apparently, the person writing this, or the people writing this, must have thought that another appropriate birthday gift would be like finger and toe breakings.
Yeah. You know what? Now that I think about it, I think I know someone like, and this might just be a completely ridiculous reasoning behind the birthday spanking, but I think one thing that I heard was it's like, how there's the cliche of when you're born, they spank the baby.
Yeah,
So it's like every birthday you get another one.
that's fucking stupid.
Like it's like an anniversary thing. You got spanked when you were born, so now it just keeps going up. I think that's supposed to be the logic behind it. I use logic very lightly.
Yeah,
That
that's
sounds like justification for being able to spank someone.
Yeah,
right.
no
I
wonder
just
it's,
want to be able to put my hand on her body.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
no wonder it's popular around here, considering this is like a repressed Baptist community. They're like, oh man, I want to spank people, but I can't allow myself to do it. I have to use the guise of the birthday spanking.
Right. This is the only way God will let me spank people.
Hey, Jelle, you haven't read one yet. You want to give us number 5?
Yeah, sure. Let's take a look at the next step. Step number 5. Deliver one smack for each year of her age, centered on her sit spot, i.e. the portion of her buttocks that meets an object when she is in a sitting posture.
Does she have really pointy buttocks? I mean, like, what part? Most of it is going to be touching. It's going to mush.
Well, that's why you use a really big paddle. So
I mean, do
you
they
hit
mean not
everything.
do they mean not like spank in the actual like crease between the buttocks? Because that would be hard to do anyway, except for like with a karate chop.
No. First of all, karate chop
her
is an
ass.
acceptable form of spanking.
Like-
Second of all, if you just stick your hand in there, just wedge it in there, and then just kind of vibrate it back and forth, that counts.
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
because it's like seriously, like try sitting down. You'll notice that your butt sort of squishes over the chair.
Imagine that. Between two cheeks, there is a line.
I mean, sure, all of us have flat, flabby asses, but maybe we're spanking
Hey, I
someone
have a
with
round,
extremely
voluptuous
tight,
ass.
toned butt, where only one small portion ever actually makes contact with the chair.
That's not how butts work, man.
Connor,
it's not.
you have a very flat ass, but I have a round, voluptuous ass. And I can
Oh, yeah.
safely say, I'm actually getting really sore. I'm going to change the way I'm sitting.
That's probably
say-
a good idea.
Yeah, that's because you had too many birthday spankings the other day.
Yeah,
But
that's
to
exactly
You're
right.
sore.
My birthday was, according to my Alzheimer's patient mom, yesterday, and then the day before, and the day before that as well. So I'm
It
very
just
sore.
keeps happening.
It's like Groundhog Day, except just for her.
Oh god, it's like reverse 50 first dates.
Yeah.
Every day she thinks it's your birthday, so
Yeah,
she
it
gives
spanks
you
the shit
another
out of me,
birthday
yeah.
spanking.
Yeah, 51st spanks.
I don't have the heart to tell her that she's
Damn,
wrong.
you already know that's the spanking porno version
You
of that
know,
movie.
yeah.
51st spanks.
Now, to go a bit more into, because there is more to this step, there is more explained. So let's get to that real quick. Each spank should be delivered with an increasing degree of force, with 2 to 5 seconds between smacks. Ensure that she clearly and loudly counts out the number of each smack after she receives them. If she starts crying, start smacking harder.
Wait, I thought this was supposed to be fun.
Smacking harder if she cries. That
Like-
little bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is completely gone from a goofy joke thing you do to someone at a party to actual like S&M spanking.
Actual, yes,
This is
yes,
straight up
this-
physical abuse.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, like, next I'm gonna hear the last spank. You should like hit her hard enough to throw her to the ground. Like,
You should just, you should make sure that nothing obstructs her. There's nothing to obstruct her, so that you
mean,
can really hit her hard, so that she goes flat on her face. That way, her face receives an indirect smack with the floor.
Right. Imagine if we changed birthday spankings, just got rid of them, and replaced them with birthday chokings.
Ooh,
right?
I'm sure there
or
are
birthday
people who would be into
strangulation, I
that.
should say.
Yeah.
Right? I
For
grab them by
every-
the throat, and
yeah.
just for 2 to 5, between with
No,
positive
no.
2 to 5 seconds, I squeeze.
No,
Yeah,
it's
for
it's-
every year
for
they
every
get older,
year,
strangle a second longer.
or to make sure that it doesn't last too short, you make it 2 seconds for every year.
Oh my god.
You
Yeah.
choke somebody who's like who just became 30. Choke them for like a minute. I'm sure that'll be fine.
Yeah, that's gonna take actually quite a while if you do it like a second for every year.
Man, I don't know how my grandma's gonna survive.
Yeah.
I don't know how she survived this long.
I don't know why you
She
have
must,
a
she
30-year-old
must have
grandma.
amazing lung
No, I mean like
capacity.
she's like coming up on 70. Like, how am I going to choke her for that long and not kill her?
Well, how did she not die last year? It's amazing.
I
She's
mean,
very tenacious.
yeah.
You have
She
quite an
holds on.
amazing grandma.
That's what the oxygen tank is for.
Oh boy.
Give her a few seconds to breathe.
By the way, Bob, remember how you just talked
Okay,
about...
let's go.
Yeah, remember how you just talked about the last smack? You should read the next step.
Oh, number 6. After a number of smacks equal to her age has been delivered. I'm sorry, Grandma. I don't know why I'm doing this. Give her 1 extra smack.
You're
and make
not
sure
counting, Grandma. Am I gonna have to start over?
Count louder, please.
Please, I'm so sorry.
Wait, I'm sorry. Grandma stopped counting because she died.
Well, guess
Give
we
her
gotta
1
start
extra
over.
smack and make sure it is the most forceful of them all. This is her one to grow on. And I
Yep.
like there's an open quote there, and then it just
No
doesn't
end
end.
quote.
No end quote.
Yeah, and that's actually a part of it too. Like all the sexual stuff has been grafted onto it, but it's literally supposed to be the dumb thing where you like spanks them for 1 year age, and it's like, and there's 1 more to grow on.
Well, there are tips and warnings.
So far, what I understand is this article turned a harmless joke practice into actual S&M kind of spanking.
Exactly.
Huh.
Yes.
It's
This
VC
is the kind of
Andrew's
thing, like,
favorite
this is where you
article.
take something way too far into, like, weird territory where it like it'd be like if I was like, I wrote a wikiHow article on how to toss a coin into a fountain, and I'm like, the steps are just flip the penny, and have it land in the fountain. Like, that's it. But then somebody edits it and tries to make it into like some kind of weird charity thing, and it's like, throw stacks of $100 bills into a fountain and just take it in some weird direction where nobody really wants this thing anymore, and it doesn't apply to any of our goals. Like, this birthday spanking article doesn't apply for people who want to have, like, a sexual experience in this way, and it doesn't appeal to people who are trying to have the joke spanking thing. It doesn't work because you've melded them all together into some weird, like,
Yeah,
Cronenberg tutorial.
like I said, this is VC Andrews would be proud.
Yeah. Well, there are still tips and warnings for this article.
Yeah, so tips.
Let's get to the tips, yeah.
Yeah, ask the birthday celebrant how naughty. Oh, now we have.
Oh, now it's she or he, but
Yeah, now
before
it's-
it was purely she.
No. See,
the
let me
guy,
explain
you just
something.
ask. Yeah.
Let me explain something. You go to the birthday. Let's say it's Connor's birthday, and I say we're gonna have a birthday spanking. Connor, bring your sister over here, and then we spank his sister, and ask Connor, how naughty have you been? Because that's how hard I'm gonna spank. his sister.
So it's like a whipping boy thing.
Yes. Unless the
Oh,
birthday
yeah, I
celebrant
see.
is a girl, in which case you can just spank her.
Yeah. Well, I think what it is you can ask like a woman or a man like how naughty have you been, but you only spank if they're a woman. You just ask a question.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, I go up to you, Bob. I'm like, hey, Bob, how naughty have you been this year? And you're like, not
Pretty
really. I'm
naughty.
like,
I killed like 6 or 7 people.
I'm like, okay, and then we're done.
Right,
Yeah.
that's where that ends. You think about how hard you would spank me if I were a girl.
Yeah. Now if it was your grandma, then
Right.
Oh boy! No matter her answer,
she ain't gonna
would
be walking for
crying
days.
so hard.
oh yeah.
She ain't gonna be walking for the rest of her life.
Oh god.
Which,
I'm
depending
just
on her
kidding. My
health, might
grandma is
actually still
actually-
be quite a while.
Yeah.
My grandma is actually more fit than I am.
Yeah.
My
Damn.
point exactly.
She'd
Yeah,
turn that around and start birthday spanking you.
Yeah, she plays tennis.
She'd have like a sick
She'll
counter.
be like, "You're 100 years too late to
Yeah, you dumb
spank
bitch.
me, you dumb bitch."
You go for it, and then she like grabs your arm and does that thing where she like flips you over her shoulder and you
judo
fall
flip.
on the floor.
Nah, she grabs my arm and just tears it off.
and spanks
Then
you
she
with it.
smacks you with it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like a Mortal Kombat fatality.
Yeah. So, next, if you are going to use an implement other than the bare hand, you might wrap it up as a present.
You might if you're a weirdo.
Yeah, well, I wonder
You
what
might
this
if
could
you're
be. And
really
it's like a
stupid.
spoon, like in wrapping paper. Like, I wonder what this is for.
No, see, so remember when they said earlier use a
for-
hard surface? Wrap an entire countertop in wrapping paper.
It's like, oh, what a great gift. A genuine granite countertop. It's like,
Yeah, it's like, did you guys do something to your countertop? No, that's what we're gonna use to spank you.
we have an option. We can either just like pick you up and drop you down onto it, or we can all pick it up as a group and spank
And just
you.
throw it on you.
Oh shit!
Just chuck it.
like that.
They're like unconscious afterwards.
Heave ho, heave
All
ho.
right, guys. That was one.
Well, she didn't say it, so we need to start over.
We need to wake her up. and
She's
then
just
start
lying
over.
there unconscious on the
Right.
floor.
Break out the smelling salts. This is gonna take a while.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, most important tip is next, of course, because remember that this is meant to be fun for the birthday celebrant.
Oh yeah,
Is
real
it?
fun.
Real fun.
So
Real
much
fun. Make them cry on their birthday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if they cry, smack them harder.
Yeah, making someone cry on their birthday, that's a real nice thing you can
Well,
do.
I
Real
mean,
fun.
you know how the song goes. It's my party, and I'll cry if I want to.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
In fact, it originally
I'll
went,
cry
it's-
if I have to.
Actually, the original
I'll cry
version
if I
went,
get hit
birthday
really
spanked.
hard.
Actually, the original version went, it's your birthday, and you'll cry.
You'll cry.
And that's
If I
all
will.
it
You'll
was.
cry when I spank you.
Yeah, and you'll cry when I spank you. Cry when I spank you. That's how it went.
Cry when I spank you. Oh boy.
Yeah.
That works.
That song just became like
the
1,000
hell?
times better.
This next tip has a sub tip, and they're almost they're almost contradictory. Keep your arm relaxed as you spank, but then the sub tip is to make bare bottoms sting more. Use a latex disposable glove.
Remember that this is meant to be fun for the birthday celebrant, so let's put on a latex glove and make it hurt more.
Yeah.
Also,
Keep your arm relaxed so that it's.
also,
They don't really say why, but I would think it wouldn't hurt as much.
I think
you
unless
don't
you
want to hurt
like,
your
loosen your
arm
arm to
having
the
to
point that
spank
it's
the
a
shit
whip.
out of someone.
Well, yeah,
I
you
think
relax.
Connor has it.
You have to relax your arm so A, it doesn't hurt your arm, and B, you get a whipping motion. And
Yeah.
then C, I feel like this is really important here. If you're gonna do the disposable glove thing, tell them the reason why beforehand. Because if they're bent over your knee, bare bottom, and you pull on a latex glove, they might get some other ideas.
To be fair, I think a birthday fingering would be nicer.
Like,
Yeah.
It
Like,
would
seriously,
probably be
like,
For
more
most
imagine that.
people, I
enjoyable,
think
yes.
it would be.
like they're like thinking it's a birthday steak. All of a sudden they hear like this glove going on, and they're like,
All right, let's do this.
are you still spanking?
So, have
Yeah,
you gotten
don't
your
worry.
prostate checked, Dad?
Oh God! Oh no!
I'm assuming I'm giving my dad birthday spankings.
With a latex
Yeah.
glove.
Yeah. I mean, he is a doctor.
I was gonna say he is a doctor.
I think he'll appreciate it.
He's like, nice touch. He like looks back at you and you're like,
You're doing
nice
good,
touch,
son.
I taught you well.
I'm so proud of you, son.
I don't think... The thing is, like, this has to be done to younger people, because I can't imagine wanting to sit there and spank someone for 2 minutes. Like,
Like you're just
2 minutes? They're 120?
I mean, 2 minutes is assuming there's a 2-second
Oh, right,
pause
there is-
between
oh, right,
spanks,
the
and they're
2-second
60
pause.
years old.
just.
Well,
just
I mean,
sitting
if
here-
you make it a 5-second pause...
like I said,
Jesus.
like I said, you're sitting here like spanking your dad, and it's just
Like,
like,
I'm
going
gonna
on
get
forever.
tired. I'm gonna be like, Jesus, can we stop?
Can we stop? My arm is getting tired.
I'm so bored of this. I'm trying to go stronger, but I've kind of maxed out.
He's like, hey,
I
it's
can only
funny.
hit less hard now, and I still need to do the final spank.
Exactly. And he's like, it's so funny because you're my son, but given the situation, it would feel more appropriate to call you daddy.
Now,
That's true.
Now, of course, this is all fun and games, but there are some things to, be considerate of. There are some warnings here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the warning. The first warning, it is likely that the favor will be returned on your next birthday.
Well,
That's not a warning, that's a good thing, right? It's supposed to be a good thing, right? Why is this a warning?
Yeah, because it's so much fun.
Yeah, if you're not so keen on having it done to you,
Yeah.
golden rule.
Golden rule. Yeah. I love this one. Take care not to cause real injury. Be sure to strike the meat of the buttocks. What am I going to do? Spank like they're like
I'm gonna
butt bones?
Break your fucking tailbone so hard you break it.
break her tailbone. It'll be great fun. Do not cause any real injury though.
It
has to be fun for the celebrant. So I
was trying to spank and I just kept hitting the crack.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, that whole
gap between the butt cheeks.
Maybe I shouldn't have tried to karate chop smack your ass.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, next one. Some people would consider such spanking to be harassment or even assault. If you're not sure how the birthday celebrant would take it, ask in advance whether it will be okay.
If you're not sure, just assume no.
Wait, you want me to surprise?
No, don't do it.
You want me to show up with a latex glove and then be like, "Hey, buddy, bend over and drop your pants." Like I'm not going to spring that on anyone.
Yeah, even if you knew they were into that kind of thing in another context, I still wouldn't surprise them with it.
Yeah, because
that's just not what you do.
I mean, not everyone's
DTF. Maybe if it's your spouse, but even then, that might be something for just private at night or something. I don't know.
Not in front of 100 people at the family gathering. I mean,
here's what you do, and we'll do this for Matt's next birthday. Okay, this is us planning, right? So we'll all meet up for Matt's birthday. At some point during the party, I guess one of us will give the signal. I don't know what the signal is. We can decide that later. And at that point, I'll do a hop dragon sweep and just take him out. And then the rest of you pin him to the floor, and we'll just punch the crap out of his ass.
I love the idea that of just springing this as a surprise on someone. I mean, we're not just talking about a regular birthday saying this is like some big sexual spanking.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're in some kind of polyamorous relationship with everybody at the party, I can't see how this would be an appropriate thing to do in front of anybody.
Yeah, I mean, unless all your friends are into S&M and DTF 24/7.
Unless you're all maybe members of the same S&M club or something. I don't know.
Even then,
you'd all have to be, because it would be really weird if 90% of the people were, but one guy wasn't.
That poor one guy. He would be so uncomfortable.
How weird would it feel for him? I don't think he'd ever come to your birthday parties again.
Plus, birthday party, I want to be eating cake, receiving gifts. This is not what I'm in the mood for.
Hey, you know what? Jelle, you were saying when we first suggested doing this article, you had mentioned spanking a child. You should read this next tip.
Oh God.
I feel like you should provide more context than just
child. just to make clear, I am not in favor of spanking children. I'm very much against spanking children.
But he thought this birthday spankings was for kids, and I assured him not.
For some reason, birthday made me think of children immediately. So
right, and I assured him it wasn't about children, but actually,
now we have
wrong.
This here warning that I will read right now. Never do this to a child who is not your own, as that could have very bad repercussions. Even doing this to your own child could be problematic, depending on your local laws as well as your family situation.
When you see a warning like that, there are two possibilities. Either the person writing the warning has seen someone do this and thinks, well, can't have that happen again, or it seems like the kind of thing that at first they would do, but then they think better of it.
God, it's funny.
And both of those blow my mind. Who the hell would spank someone else's child?
Yo, I have a great birthday present for your daughter this year. You say to your friend.
Yeah, like imagine that. Like you come over there with your kids. Like the kids are friends, so you're like hanging out with the parents. It's like, by the way, I got something really special for your kid.
It's like my son wanted to get them a new video game, but
No, I think she's gonna
I
something.
thought she would
much
appreciate this more.
And like you come back in and you're just like, all right, kid, drop your pants. And you have your latex
Happy
glove
12th
on.
birthday! Get over here.
And they're like, oh, like what?
This is
like,
so fucked up.
I think
I've seen
if
people
I
do the
saw
birthday-
someone doing that to my child, I would break my pacifism and just kill them.
It's like I've seen people do the real life birthday spanking thing, but I've seen it done as like a joke at like, I don't know, with like college bros sometimes.
Right. Connor and I are bros, so it's okay for me to do that to him. It's not okay for me to do that to his kids.
Yeah, it's like a weird like romance thing actually around here. Like, I live in the weirdest area in the world, basically. But like just the idea, just don't do this to a child till your own. Like you just show up at a random birthday party. I mean, this makes you sound like an actual.
And you're like, I'm gonna make this birthday party the most memorable birthday party in history, and you start hitting.
I mean, is this for actual pedophiles?
Like here's another thing. Like when you write a warning like this, what it makes me think of is like imagine if I wrote a wikiHow article on how to disarm someone or how to dislocate an arm, right? And the idea is I'm writing this as a self-defense technique, but in the warning section I write, don't do this to random civilians you see. Doesn't that just make me sound like a psycho?
Yeah, but like here, like I mean, at this point,
no, because you're
Like
telling
it never
people
even
not
crossed
to do
anyone's
it.
mind that you would do this to a child.
we should just edit the tip section.
Well, I mean, I was afraid that would actually be the case, but then reading the article, it was like, oh, okay, that's not the case, and then suddenly the warning.
Suddenly, now I have to look at the whole thing. This is a paraprostokian that's not funny at all. I'm looking at this, and I have to go back to the whole thing and go, wait a minute, this is in the context of that I might be spanking someone else's child? What?
Like, we should, I wish the article was still up. We should edit the tip section because we could add something very appropriate to this new revelation. Like,
Don't.
No, I mean like
Just
people,
the word don't.
No, like it could be like something like, I don't know, if you're trying to do this to a stranger's kid, make sure you do some research. Find out what candy they like when you lure them away from the party. I mean, that's that.
My God.
I mean,
Make
that'll
sure
be
you buy security handcuffs so that when you've chained them to a radiator, they won't get away.
yeah. Make sure that when you like show up at like the roller skating rink to do this, wear a fake beard so you can take it off and escape easily.
Oh my God.
Like I mean, that's who that would really benefit the people who could use this article.
Yeah.
There's
Make
one
sure
tip
to put on a
made
fake
it
license
everything-
plate before
you know
you
what,
drive
this
over
one,
there.
This one warning just makes it all seem so dark all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like before, it was just kind of gray. Now it's just so dark you can't see your hand in front of your eyes.
Like just having the two of those, right? The two warnings next to each other. Some people would consider such a spanking to be harassment and never do this to a child who is not your own.
No. And if you do, make sure you have a good disguise and a decent alibi. Like,
Yeah, make sure you have a good disguise, a decent alibi, and disposable gloves on hand.
actually, you know what? If you added in those tips, hell, even if you didn't add in those tips, I could see this being a much bigger success on, like, I don't know, 8chan. Like, holy crap!
boy.
I wonder why this got deleted.
Oh, well, it took them 3 years to do it, but still.
Well, admins of wikiHow, I salute.
Also, if we do go, up a bit, it did get 111 votes, and it has over half of, it has over 3 stars.
Yeah,
a little bit.
66%.
People find this very helpful.
Someone
I would've
translated
thought-
it into Spanish.
What?
Look at the article info. Espanol.
Holy shit!
Donde goddess de cumpleaños. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this
How to give
awful,
a birthday
horrible.
stomping, a birthday thrashing.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this.
How
like,
to
dark
go
descent.
to jail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Into the world of just wikiHow.
Right. How I Did It by Albert Fish.
Yeah. God. Last thing I will say.
Deep pull right there.
the saddest part about this like just god awful like pedophile spanking article is it's like one of many on WikiHow.
Yeah, even though this one got deleted, there are others.
Yeah, like when me and Bob, I remember Bob, like
vein.
when you found this, we had like seen a few other related ones, and they were all so creepy like this.
Yeah.
Well, have a great day. Hope you didn't watch this before you went to work or something.
Hope you didn't watch this before your birthday party.
Before you left for somebody's birthday. Don't hit the
and
child.
If you were looking
Do
for
not
this, well,
hit the child.
And if you were looking for a video on how to give a birthday spanking, and you stumbled on this video while you were looking for a tutorial on how to do it, don't do it, please.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit who you're supposed to be giving this to. Don't do it.
Yeah, we have our metrics. We'll find you.
YouTube analytics saving the day. All right. Thanks for watching.
Goodbye.